Rachel, we've named Burberry Luxury Market of the Year. Who are they up against?
Well, they were up against BMW, who we named as second runners-up, and Ralph Lauren Corp., who we named first runners-up.
Now, there were other players in the pool too, right? I mean, who do you think really did a good job this year in luxury marketing?
Well, besides the three brands, it was actually a pretty tough decision. We had it whittled down to a couple brands that we thought were really great. One of them was Tiffany & Co., who I think is doing a fantastic job, cross-channel. I think that they're beginning to be a very strong player in mobile, and they're definitely up in a lot of digital things. And also, Cartier was doing very well this year. I really like its holiday campaign especially, but it's also been doing a lot in mobile. Its print ads are always exemplary. They're in all the luxury focus magazines. I feel like there were a lot of other brands that really were great contenders this year.
So, what made Burberry stand out head and shoulders over these other competitors?
I think just the fact that it stood out in general was just the main indicator. I mean, you had said in the story that there wasn't a week that went by when Burberry wasn't doing something, and I think that it's very important because one, they're definitely setting the bar for other marketers, but they're also staying top of mind in consumers, and I think that's definitely one of the most important things that you can do. Burberry has such a strong customer base. Their fans are very loyal. They have an incredible following in print and also especially in social media. And I think that, just the fact that they keep, doing things well over and over again is a great indicator of the brand and the people in the brand.
So, which categories this year do you think made proper use of marketing? I mean, I see a lot of activity in automotive, in the hotel space. Where else?
Well, I think that when it comes to cross-channel marketing, I think that automakers really pick up the slack because not a lot of retail brands have, TV spots or radio spots or anything like that, but automakers really just go across the board. They have dealerships and they have car commercials, things like that. And I think that a sector that really goes unnoticed is the travel and hospitality sector. I think their print ads are some of the best out there. They're in very specific places. They're very carefully placed, and just the fact that that print publications want them in there, mixed in with all the high fashion brands and automotive brands and things like that. I think that they don't get a lot of recognition, but I think that hotel brands are just exemplary.
Now, we named Ralph Lauren Corporation first runners-up, and they were last year's winner.
Right.
What made their efforts stand out this year? Why did they get first runners-up? And, what do you think they could have done extra to bag Luxury Market of the Year again?
Well, I don't think that they were lacking in anything. I think that they had a great year, especially in mobile. Mobile is still a place where a lot of luxury brands are hesitant to get into, and if they do at all, it's just a mobile app that maybe consumers will download once and don't really look at again, or maybe they'll make a mobile site. But Ralph Lauren is really just kind of exploring all these different options. They have their mobile apps. They've put out a couple this year. One was for Polo, which is kind of the lower, or not the lower, but the less expensive sector of their brand. But the collection, the Ralph Lauren collection, which is the big high-end luxury, they did app sponsorships. They have an app. They went all over across the board. They had QR codes that were customized, which is a big step for luxury brands. And I think that their mobile presence was very impressive because they were willing to experiment.
And very quickly, BMW.
And BMW was everything. I think what fascinated me the most and which really pushed them up to the top, made Kayla and I decide that they really were a great marketer this year, were their sustainability efforts, especially their partnership with the Guggenheim Museum, and the fact that the BMW Guggenheim Lab is trying to educate consumers in all urban cities around the world, and it's traveling to India and Berlin this year. which I think is really cool. And also BMW is doing a lot with its financial services. I think that a lot of luxury brands have marketing that are trying to hook customers, but BMW does a lot with its financial services. So the customers who are already BMW customers, they get a share of the marketing too. They have mobile apps, they have mobile sites. There's an entire Facebook app dedicated to financial services, so that consumers who are already customers are still in the loop with BMW.
Well, I think all in all we've got a good slate of winners, and we congratulate Burberry for being named Luxury Market of the Year, and
Absolutely.
obviously first runner-up Ralph Lauren Corporation, second runners-up BMW.
Exactly.
Thank you.